Nigerian public from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia are eagerly looking forward to the homeward journey following the completion of the 1444 Hajj rite. Pilgrims from Muslim states and others had since returned to Mecca after spending 3 days for Jumu'at, the symbolic stoning of the devil, to complete the last lap of Hajj rite, which is farewell circumnavigation of Kaaba. They had earlier joined millions of further pilgrims from across the world on the plain of Arafah to perform the most important aspect of Hajj, which preceded the slaughtering of rams that marked the celebration of Eid Kabir and the memorial of Prophet Ibrahim and his son, Prophet Ismail. Good morning and welcome to Sunday Extra, your Sunday tonic from the staple of news and current affairs department of OSBC Radio 104.5 FM, where we usually make your Sunday evening extraordinarily interesting with different news packages, including the hard and soft news segment coupled with human angle stories for your maximum enjoyment. My name is Ulishola for your anchor for this week, and chiefly before everything else, let's have the main gist of the whole package. President Tinubu departs Lagos for Abuja. Elder statesman Oluloyo salutes Governor Adeleke for disappointing doubting Thomases. Government kill LCCJ pastor, abduct 7 church members in Ogun. Sunday Extra examines the pros and cons of ASU new curriculum minimum academic standard. President Bola Tinubu has left Lagos, where he has been on summer holidays, for Abuja. Before departing the presidential wing of the Murtala Mohammed Airport, President Tinubu and the company of Lagos State Governor Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu took the Salute Nigerian Army parade. During his 5 days in Lagos, the president paid a costly visit to the paramount rulers of Ijebu, Egba, and Eko. He also played host to the president of Guinea-Bissau and chairman authority of ECOWAS, heads of states and government, Umaru Sissoko Embalo, in his Lagos residence on Saturday. Osun State Governor Senator Ademola Adeleke has hinted of plans by his administration to create a diaspora office to attend to the needs and aspirations of Osun indigents in African countries and other parts of the world. This is contained in a release by the spokesperson to the Governor Malam Olawale Rashid. Governor Adeleke, who made the disclosure while receiving Osun indigents who came for Salah celebration from several West African countries, said his government is desirous of tapping into the many potentials of diaspora population to enhance the development of the state. The statesman, who promised to unveil details of the plan in due course, noted that all hands must be on deck to resolve our developmental challenges, tackle poverty, and fast-track state development. Elder statesman and former Old Oyo State Governor Dr. Omololu Olunloyo has described Osun State Governor Senator Ademola Adeleke as a man of destiny who was underrated, especially by political opponents. The elder statesman was speaking while receiving the Osun State Governor at his residence in Ibadan. According to the report, Dr. Olunloyo severally asked questions from the statesman. How did he achieve so much in Osun State? Dr. Olunloyo, surrounded by family members and friends, including Are Dele Momodu, also lauded the Osun State Governor for his wonderful performance since taking office. While responding, Governor Adeleke, who told the mathematician that he was in Oyo State for a formal function, said he came to pay to the elder statesman. In the meantime, Osun State Governor Senator Ademola Adeleke has repositioned the mining sector in the state as his administration has charged has cleared all accumulated service charges inherited from various previous administration. Special advisor to the governor of mining, Professor Lukman Chimoda, stated this on our sensitization program on OSBC radio and television channels tagged Malayo. Professor Chimoda revealed that the states had lost billions of naira that should have been earned as internally generated revenue to illegal miners due to mismanagement. The special advisor listed the effect of illegal mining activities in the states and under the previous administration to include water pollution, environmental degradation, and income leakage. He added that mining activities are now being well coordinated under the present administration in Osun State as a result of proper monitoring and regular visits to mining sites by relevant state officials, while the governor is providing necessary support in terms of funding and other logistics. According to the special advisor, a white paper on mining, which the present administration will use to address the water and environmental population caused by mining activities, will soon be released. The Nigerian electricity consumers have heaved a sigh of relief as the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission (NERC) and the distribution companies DISCOs shelved plans to implement a 40% hike in tariff on July 1st. Most Nigerian consumers made last year's effort to purchase electricity units before the date. However, checks by the ICIR showed the electricity tariff hike is not affected. Commenting on the development, Mohammed Yusuf, a trader who resides in the Deda area of Abuja, told the ICIR that the proposed hike would have dealt a big blow on his income, which he said has been shrinking. The President's Nigerian Consumer Protection Network and Coordinator, Power Sector Perspectives, Ole Olubiyo, confirmed that the halt in the proposed tariff hike by the DISCOs, but he told the ICR that it might be raised quietly in the near future. Talks of a possible increase in tariff had been premised on the multi-year tariff order MITO of NERC, which 6-monthly review was calculated to be due in July 1st. But as one of the official spokesperson at NERC, Mr. Mike Falusheyi, affirmed that there will be no tariff increment now. A DISCO official who spoke with ICIR confirmed the company would not be effecting any upward tariff review on the date. Former Ekiti State Governor Dr. Kayode Fayemi has been questioned by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) over allegations of money laundering amounting to 4 billion naira. Dr. Fayemi was questioned at the Zonal Command Office of the Commission in Kwara State. However, the ICIR could not confirm if Dr. Fayemi has been released or detained. It should be recalled that last month, the EFCC had summoned Dr. Fayemi to appear before the head of its Zonal Command Office in Kwara to address queries related to money laundering activities. Dr. Fayemi is not the only former governor being investigated by the anti-graft agency. The FCC had also stated it was investigating the former Zamfara State Governor Bello Matawale over corruption allegations, including the award of Faton contracts and diversion of over 70 billion naira. The anti-graft agency made the disclosure after Matawale accused the Commission's chairman Abdul Rashid Power of demanding $2 million bribe from him. Bishop of Sokoto Catholic Diocese Matthew Koka has called on federal government to enforce the provision for the freedom of religion and worship as enshrined in the nation's constitution and other laws of land. According to Bishop Kuka, this can be done by providing adherents of different faiths in the country with places of worship in the various federal government establishments across the nation. The bishop, who spoke to journalists shortly after the inaugural mass at the Catholic chaplaincy of the 119 Composite Group of the Nigerian Air Force Sokoto emphasized the importance of these places of worship that enable personnel to freely practice their religion. He said most federal government universities, medical centers, and other federal government establishments have no provisions for places of worship for Christians, especially in many parts of northern Nigeria, which is in breach of the constitutional provision. The Biafra Development Initiative had criticized Bayelsa State Governor Mr. Doyetiri for the continuous ban on night operations by commercial tricycles in Jenugua, the state capital. The Bayelsa Development Initiative, in a statement by its secretary Michael Rodamini, said it was insensitive and unimaginable for the governor to have allowed a ban which was supposed to have been a stopgap measure to last beyond 1 month. Mr. Rodamini said for Diri to have feigned ignorance of the overall destructive impact of his ban on the general economy, especially on nightlife, was a confirmation of his lack of capacity and cluelessness in wide condemning the incident that led to the ban. He said it should have been lifted to ease the pains of the helpless masses who did not have private vehicles to undertake the activities after 7 p.m. He said since Keke had become the only popular means of transport in the state, especially for the masses, the ban had worsened the condition of the poor and made quick responses to emergency situations difficult. Mr. Rodadima said for Diri to have allowed the ban to linger even in the face of ongoing inclement weather caused by the rainy season was a demonstration of his lack of care and concern for the common people of the state. He further said the group had received reports of many Bayelsa residents attacked and robbed by criminal elements while trekking on dark, lonely roads and streets at night to their destinations. He observed that the ban had increased insecurity in the state, especially in view of the pitch darkness that usually enveloped the staff at night following these functional street lights across the entire capital city. The parliamentarian who represented Orulu Report around that federal constituency in the 9th Assembly of the House of Representatives, Honorable Bukola Oyewo, has been lauded for facilitating development projects as well as the welfare initiatives that transformed the lives of the people in the constituency. The national president Ifon Orulu Progressives Union, Alhaji Mahmood Oyedeji, gave the insight in Ifon during a valedictory reception organized by the Union for Honorable Bukola Oyewo, also known as Bukoy. Sonia Onoridi Fazen the details.
In recognizing his impactful contribution towards the development of his constituency in the House of Representatives, Ifon Orulu Progressive Union held a valedictory reception for Honorable Bukola Oyewo at Ifon Town Hall in Orulu local government area of Osun State. Speaking on the parliamentarian who represented Orulu, Irepodun, Osogbo, Olonda Federal Constituency in the Great Chamber between 2019 and 2023, the National President of Ifon Orulu Progressive Union, Alhaji Mohammed Oyedeji, lauded Honorable Bukola Oyewo for being a worthy ambassador during his tenure by facilitating developmental projects and welfare programs throughout the federal constituency. In the same vein, the chairman organizing committee valedictory reception, Prince Akinjide Adelaja, who equally lauded Honorable Oyewo, said the reception would serve as a reminder for other political office holders that power is transient, and adding that they should make judicial use of the opportunity given them, like Honorable Bukola Oyewo. In his remark, Honorable Bashir Dawood, representing Oshodi Isolo Federal Constituency 1, described Honorable Oyewo as a representative who is passionate about the development and overall welfare of his constituency, as witnessed by him on many occasions.
stands out as one of the members that have the passion, dedication, commitment for his people, for his constituency and for his state. Because at every level, whether it was budget, defense, or growing oversight, the functions of the assembly, we always talk about his people.
Speaking on the honor bestowed on him, Honorable Bukola Oyewo, while appreciating the communities and the leadership of the All Progressive Congress in the state for giving him the opportunity to represent them at the hallowed chamber, exhorted God for giving him the strength, wisdom, passion, and political will in delivering dividends of democracy to his constituency within the short period of time.
Appreciated the little I feel that I'm able to play my role in all the three areas that membership of House of Representatives, which are legislation itself, legislation, and oversight. And as you can see from the broadcast circulated around, practically covered all these areas effectively.
In his goodwill message, the chairman of the All Progressive Congress Headers Forum, Engineer Shola Akewumi, as well as community leaders in the federal constituency, maintained that Honorable Oyewo has laid a precedence in the heart of representation by delivering meaningful and impactful legacies for the overall welfare of the people in the constituency. Prayer were offered by Christian and Islamic clerics in appreciating God for a successful tenure. Saya Onoide reporting for OSBC News.
The Anambra State Vigilance Group, AVG, has concluded plans to recover all the illegal firearms as part of measures to fight kidnapping and gunmen in the state. Director of Media and Publicity of Anambra State Vigilance Group, Nweke said that it will not first identify legal and illegal possessors of firearms and then recover those held by illegal users. According to him, the use of pump-action guns is prohibited, adding that it is only Anambra Vigilance Group members and private security guards registered with the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps or known to the state government that are supposed to use them. Nweke commended Governor Chukwuma Soludo for making the state a haven for both local and foreign investors, livable and prosperous to all, ensuring that the Anambra Vigilance Group and other security agents will leave no stone unturned by securing the environment as envisaged by the current administration. He urged members of the public to see the group as partners in progress instead of casting aspersions on them. Unknown gunmen have stormed a branch of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, RCCG, in Abuleobi in Obafemi local government area of Ogun State, killing the pastor and abducting 7 worshippers. The commander of the Ogun State government owned security outfit So Safe Hall, Mr. Soji Gazalo, who confirmed the incident, said his officers rescued the 7 church members and killed one of the kidnappers during the operation. Director of Information and Public Relations of So Safe, Maruf Yusuf, in a statement made available to newsmen in Abeokuta, said the special operation team of the Owodi Egba Zonal Command under ACC Jimoh Moniye received a distress call that some members of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, the Science of Nations Parish under Ogun Province 22 Abuleobi in Obafemi Owode local government area were attacked during a vigil, while 7 members of the church were kidnapped and the pastor killed. According to him, officers of the cause were charged to go after the suspect and ensure that the kidnapped victims were rescued unhurt, stating that the officers swung into action immediately. This is that the efforts of the corps yielded a positive result as the 7 victims were rescued unhurt, while one of the kidnappers was killed and many of the suspects sustained serious injury during the exchange of gunfire. Now to Sunday Extra proper. As Academic Staff Union of Universities kicked against the template of the new curriculum minimum academic standard. Sunday extra packaged by Sonia Ononide examines whether the union is raising genuine concerns that is likely to impact negatively on the quality of education in the state or in the country. Retire. Sit back and enjoy the men as we sat by Sonia Ononide.
The Academic Staff Union of University, HASU, and the National Universities Commission, NUC, are currently at loggerhead over the introduction of the core curriculum minimum academic standard (CCMAS). HASU, in a statement signed by its president, Professor Emmanuel Shodeke, argued that the curriculum posed a threat to quality education and that it would likely erode the powers of the University Senate in the country. The union argued further that it is inexplicable that the National University Commission prepackaged 70% CCMAS contents were being imposed on the Nigeria University system, adding that it leaves the University Senate that is statutorily responsible to work on 30%. He said such development portends serious dangers for quality university education in the country, as well as eroding academic freedom, which the body has advocated and struggled to defend over the years. The Academic Staff Union of Universities also stressed that many university administrators who are actually dissatisfied were shying away from making public comments on CCMAS, but noted that some university senates did not hide their displeasures with the ongoing efforts to impose CCMAS on the country universities by the National University Commission, which has been identified as being flawed in process and in contents, insisting that there is no basis for the 70% untouchable CCMAS that is not likely to stand the test of critical scrutiny of university standards. Reacting on the disagreement between the Academic Staff Union of Universities and National University Commission over 70-30% CCMAS generation, Professor Goke Lalude, as well as Mr. Kola Buhari, submitted that universities ought to have been carried along in identifying peculiarities of individual universities in the country.
Very critical aspect of it that makes it imperative that the universities should be carried along in anything that has to be done. You must understand the fact that to an appreciable extent, a curriculum is fashioned out by the Senate of a university. And to a very large extent, it would have then probably been longer in terms of a process, but one that will be necessary if the universities are not only carried along, but are allowed to reflect whatever the NUC may be planning back to Senate, to such an extent that on the long run, the Senate can then come up with, each of the university Senate can come up with an idea of what exactly they want in terms of even the general essence of the CCMAS.
National University Commission, if they did not consult with ASU before doing whatever curriculum, then it is wrong. Because you cannot shift somebody's head in its absence. They should call them and then, they cross-fertilize their ideas, minus us. From there, they cannot come to a middle way, and then they draw the curriculum. Curriculum is not drawn by just one person, because one, the quality, quantity, and the stuff they are going to teach. The topics, the breakdown, and then how far they will go, which areas are important, how to cut about it. They should be involved fully.
For Professor Teripa Lato Opola, Academic Staff Union of University might probably be making more out of no ill, as National Union of Universities has simply done what perceives appropriate for respective universities in the country.
Developed 70% of the curriculum
and ask each university to develop the 30%, the remaining 30%. And the instruction was that the development of the 30% should be in line with where the university is situated, so that the university can have a role to play in the development of its location. And that's what we did in my university. So I wouldn't know why ASU is going against the curriculum. Maybe they will be in the best position to address their grievances. But to the best of my knowledge, I know the 70% developed by UC must have been developed by professors and junior lecturers from this university. So I wouldn't know why they are going against it.
Academics posited that in avoiding future collision of this nature, the National University Commission should request proposals from across universities, which should be cited and synthesized by more competent experts in reviewing and creating of improved quality education in the country. For Sunday Extra, Sanya Ononide reporting.
And here again are the main gist of Sunday Extra. President Bola Tinubu has left Lagos, where he has been on Salah holidays, for Abuja. Elder statesman and former Old Oyo State Governor Dr. Molulu Olunoyo has described Osun State Governor Senator Ademola Adeleke as a man of destiny who was underrated, especially by political opponents. The government has stormed a branch of the Redeemed Christian Church of God RCCG in Abuleori in Obafemi Owode local government area of Ogun State, killing the pastor and abducting 7 worshippers. Sunday Extra examined the pros and cons of ASU new curriculum minimum academic standard. And that's all we have for you today on Sunday Extra. Many thanks to my audio officer, Jumoke Oladipo, Secretary Assistant is Sadiola Karim, and executive producer of this program is Abiodun Olalere. Not forgetting to mention Latif Agbula for providing the needed assistance from the sideline. Remember to join us for another lovely edition of the program next week Sunday. And until then, I am Ulushola Egbodo for saying use your tongue positively. What you say is what you get. Have a pleasant working week ahead. Good evening.
Yes! Straight up! OSBC Radio 210.5 to the world! Yeah man, stay on my shoe. Yes, you must come my mic and never do this. Yes, straight up fire sentiment. OSBC Radio Voice of Education. OSBC Radio Voice of when
OSBC Radio 104.5 FM Oshobo, Voice of the West Nigeria. Next on our schedule is the Revival House, sponsored by Holy Ghost Revival Mission.
Wákàtí ìṣẹ́jú mìíràn ni ó ń dé sí etí ìgbọ̀nyín. Àdúrà wa ni wípé kí Ọlọ́run ìbùkún yín lónìí lórúkọ Jésù. Ẹ gbáradì láti gbọ́ Ọlọ́run láti ẹnu ìránṣẹ́ ẹ̀mí, ọkàn àti ara yín yóò di alábùkún fún àmín. Ọlọ́run mi ló fara hàn ilẹ̀ tàbí lọ́fọ̀ọ́.
Akẹ́yìn olùgbọ́ wa káàbọ̀ sí wákàtí ìsọjí fún tòní. A sì gbàdúrà wípé ìbùkún ni yóò jásí fún ọkàn ara àti ẹ̀mí yín lórúkọ Jésù. Ní báyìí a ó máa mú ọ̀rọ̀ ìwàásù pàtàkì ti ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ oṣù tuntun èyí tí a wọnú rẹ̀ yìí wá sétí gbọ̀yìn nípa oore ọ̀fẹ́ Ọlọ́run. Àwọn ẹ̀dà ìkọ́ni tí a ń ṣe láti ní ìwé ìfihàn yóò máa tẹ̀síwájú ní ọ̀sẹ̀ tó ń bọ̀. Kí Olúwa kó bùkún fún yín bí ẹ ti ń tẹ́tí sí. We welcome you to this special edition of the Revival Hour as we bring to your hearing a special message of the new month, the month of July, in which we are. By the special grace of God, the Revelation series will continue by next week. We pray as you listen to this message, may your spirit, soul, and body be blessed in Jesus' name.
Thank you. Bàbá wa àti Ọlọ́run wa dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀. We appreciate the love to us. Àmọ̀rírì ìfẹ́ tí o ní sí wa. We thank you for your care for our souls. Adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀ fún ìbìkítà tó ń ṣe fún ọkàn wa. Glory be to you, Lord, in Jesus' name. Ẹni fún Olúwa lórúkọ Jésù. Almighty God, I pray now. Ọlọ́run alágbára mo gba àdúrà báyìí. For the opening of every ear. Fún wípé kí o ṣí etí olúkúlùkù. For the opening of every heart. Wípé kí o ṣí ọkàn olúkúlùkù. For the opening of every eye. Wípé kí o la ojú olúkúlùkù. For the opening of every mouth of prayer. Wípé kí o ṣí ẹnu olúkúlùkù fún àdúrà. Open us up to yourself in Jesus' name. Ṣí wa payá fún ara rẹ lórúkọ Jésù. Let your will be done in our life. Jẹ́ kí ìfẹ́ rẹ ṣẹ láyé wa. And your name shall be glorified. Ní orúkọ rẹ lógo. Jesus' mighty name I pray. Ní orúkọ Jésù tí ó lágbára ni mo gba àdúrà. The Lord has laid upon my heart to use the first hours of this month to call everyone to a new beginning. Ọlọ́run ti fi sí mi lọ́kàn láti lo àwọn wákàtí àkọ́kọ́ nínú oṣù yìí láti pe olúkúlùkù ènìyàn sí ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ ọ̀tun. And that is what I am doing now. Èyí sì nìkan tí mò ń ṣe báyìí. And it is a call from sunset to sunrise. Ó sì jẹ́ ìpè láti inú ìwọ̀ oòrùn sí lílà oòrùn. It is a sunset when all the activities of the day had ended and they are forced to end by the falling of darkness. Ìwọ̀ oòrùn ni ó jẹ́ nígbà tí gbogbo àwọn iṣẹ́ ojú ọjọ́ tí ó bá lọ sókun tó jẹ́ pé nípa òkùnkùn tó sú àti ipá mú ènìyàn láti dẹ́kun iṣẹ́. And nothing is working again. Tó jẹ́ pé kò sí nǹkan tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ mọ́. The sun has set, the activities have to stop. Oòrùn ti wọ̀, a ní láti dẹ́kun iṣẹ́. And then people go to rest. Àwọn ènìyàn yóò lọ sùn. People go to sleep. Àwọn ènìyàn yóò fara lélẹ̀. And after some time, lẹ́yìn ìgbà tí ó bá ṣe, there is a sunrise again. Oòrùn yóò tún là. And when the sun rises again, people are forced out of their bed. Nígbà tí oòrùn bá là, àwọn ènìyàn àti wọn lọ́pọ̀pọ̀ láti jáde kúrò ní orí ibùsùn wọn. And activity starts again. Iṣẹ́ yóò tún bẹ̀rẹ̀ lọ́tun. The Christian life is like that. Ìgbé ayé Kìrìsìtẹ́nì rí bẹ́ẹ̀. Many of us, when we started our Christian life, ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wa nígbà tí a bẹ̀rẹ̀ ìgbé ayé Kìrìsìtẹ́nì wa, it was in the light. Ó jẹ́ nínú ìmọ́lẹ̀. But now darkness has come. Ṣùgbọ́n báyìí òkùnkùn ti dé. Many of us when we started our Christian life, ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wa nígbà tí a bẹ̀rẹ̀ ìgbé ayé Kìrìsìtẹ́nì wa, it was in righteousness. Ó jẹ́ nínú òdodo. But now many of us have gone from righteousness back to sin. Ṣùgbọ́n báyìí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wa àti kúrò nínú òdodo àti padà sínú ẹ̀ṣẹ̀. We started healthy. A bẹ̀rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú ìlera. But now we have become sick. Ṣùgbọ́n báyìí a ti di aláìsàn. We started with reality. A bẹ̀rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú òkodoro. But now we are dealing with shadows. Ṣùgbọ́n báyìí a wà pẹ̀lú òjìji. We are in freedom. A wà nínú òmìnira. But now many are in bondage. Ṣùgbọ́n báyìí ọ̀pọ̀ ń bẹ nínú ìdè. We were up. Nígbà náà wà lókè. But now many are down. Nísinsìnyí ọ̀pọ̀ ń bẹ ńlẹ̀. We were certain at that time. Ní àkókò náà a ní ìdánilójú. But now many of us are uncertain about ourselves, about our lives, about our future. Ṣùgbọ́n ní àkókò yìí báyìí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wa a jẹ́ aláìní ìdánilójú nípa ara wa àti ọjọ́ iwájú wa. We were told with our father at that time. A wà ní ilé pẹ̀lú bàbá wa ní àkókò náà. But many of us have gone away from home to a far country. Ní àkókò yìí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wa a ti kúrò nílé àti lọ sí ilẹ̀ òkèèrè. We were God-centered at the beginning. A jẹ́ ẹni tó jẹ́ wípé bí olúwa ti fẹ́ ní gbogbo ní ìgbà tẹ́lẹ̀.
we have become self-centered.
ṣùgbọ́n báyìí a ti ń di wípé bí mo ti fẹ́ ni.
at that time we aspire to go from glory to glory.
ní àkókò náà a ń lépa láti lọ láti ní ògo dé ní ògo.
we wanted to be better.
a fẹ́ dà sí i.
higher ground was our song.
ibi gíga lórin wa.
but now we've lost all those songs.
ṣùgbọ́n báyìí a ti sọ gbogbo orin náà nù.
the sun had set.
oòrùn ti wọ̀.
activities had stopped.
iṣẹ́ ti dópin.
sleeping has come.
oòrùn ti dé.
many are already dreaming.
ọ̀pọ̀ tẹ̀ tí ń lálàá.
and they are even having bad dreams.
wọ́n tẹ̀ ń lálàákàlà gan.
they are being tormented in their dreams.
wọ́n fún wọn lójúlójú oorun wọn.
they are being oppressed in their dreams.
wọ́n ní wọn lára nínú àlá wọn.
many are even being attacked.
ọ̀pọ̀ tẹ̀ ń gbọ̀fà.
and before they wake up.
kí wọ́n tó jí.
things have changed in their system.
nǹkan ti yí padà lágbára wọn.
now life should not continue like that.
báyìí ayé ògbódò tẹ̀síwájú.
that's why the Lord is calling us now to restart.
ìdí nìyí tí olúwa fi ń pè wá báyìí láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ lọ́tun.
I want to read from Genesis chapter 28.
mo fẹ́ kà láti inú ìwé Genesis orí kejìdínlọ́gbọ̀n.
to see this topic from the life of Jacob.
kí ẹ lè rí àkòrí yìí láti inú ìmọ̀lẹ́gbẹ̀ ayé Jákọ́bù.
there was a time that the sun set on Jacob.
àkókò wà tó jẹ́ wípé òun wọ̀ lórí Jákọ́bù.
and there was a time the sun rose on Jacob.
àkókò sì wà tó jẹ́ wípé òun là lórí ayé
Jákọ́bù.
Jákọ́bù.
the sun set on Jacob.
ẹ jẹ́ kí a wo bí òun ti wọ̀ lórí Jákọ́bù.
Jacob was the grandson of Abraham.
Jákọ́bù jẹ́ ọmọ Ábúráhámù.
and he was the twin brother to Esau.
ó sì jẹ́ ìkejì Ésáù.
he is the one that God said, Jacob have I loved, Esau have I hated.
ó ní Ọlọ́run sọ wípé Jákọ́bù ni mo fẹ́, Ésáù ni mo kórìíra.
that means his life started with sunshine.
ẹ túmọ̀ sí wípé ayé rẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú ìlà oòrùn.
how did such a man now go to a sunset?
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni irú ènìyàn bẹ́ẹ̀ wá ti lọ sínú ìwọ̀ oòrùn báyìí.
went out of God's presence.
ó kúrò ní iwájú Ọlọ́run.
Bible to Genesis chapter 28.
ṣé bíbélì rẹ̀ sínú ìwé Genesis orí
I
kejìdínlọ́gbọ̀n.
read from verse 10 to 11.
wọ́n kà láti ẹsẹ̀ ìkẹwàá sí ìkọkànlá.
And Jacob went out from Beersheba and went toward Haran.
Jákọ́bù sì jáde kúrò láti Beersheba lọ ó sì lọ sí ìhà Háránì.
If you don't know Bible, you will not know the meaning of that statement.
tí o bá mọ bíbélì ò ní mọ̀túnmọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ náà.
Beersheba was a place where God appeared to Hagar when he was running away, when he was cast out of the house of Abraham.
Beersheba ó jẹ́ ibi tí Ọlọ́run ti farahàn fún Ágárì nígbà tí ó ń sá kúrò ní iwájú Ábúráhámù.
Beersheba was where God appeared to Isaac when the Philistines were persecuting him and he was going from place to place.
Beersheba ó jẹ́ ibi tí Ọlọ́run ti farahàn sí fún Ísákì nígbà tí àwọn ará Fílístínì tí wọ́n ń ṣe nínibíni sí tó ń lọ láti ibì kan sí ibòmíràn.
It was where God appeared to Jacob when he was to decide whether to go and meet Joseph in Egypt or not.
ó jẹ́ ibi tí Ọlọ́run ti farahàn fún Jákọ́bù nígbà tí ó fẹ́ pinnu bóyá kó ń lọ bá Jósẹ́fù ní Íjíbítì tàbí kó má lọ.
It was where God appeared to Elijah when he was being pursued by Jezebel. When Jezebel said, tomorrow your hair will not remain on your neck.
ó jẹ́ ibi tí Ọlọ́run ti farahàn fún Èlíjà nígbà tí Jésíbélì tí ó ń lébu rẹ̀ tí ó sọ wípé ní ọ̀la á sọ orí rẹ̀ kalẹ̀ kúrò ní ọrùn rẹ̀.
So you can see that Beersheba is a place of God's appearance.
wà lè rí báyìí wípé Beersheba ó jẹ́ ibi ìfarahàn Ọlọ́run.
That's when you read a passage like that and you know Bible, you know this is a serious problem.
ó lè jẹ́ wípé tí ẹ bá ka ibi kíkà bí eléyìí tí ó bá mọ bíbélì ó mọ̀ wípé ìṣòro ńlá ni èyí. ẹ tún wò lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí i.
And Jacob went out of God's presence. Jacob went out of where God did appear to people. Jacob went out from Beersheba and went toward Haran.
Jacob sì jáde kúrò ní iwájú Ọlọ́run. Jacob sì jáde kúrò ní ibi tí Ọlọ́run ti máa ń farahàn fún àwọn ènìyàn. Jacob sì jáde kúrò láti Beersheba lọ.
No Christian has problem without journey out of Beersheba.
Kìrìsìtẹ́nì ò kì í ní ìṣòro tí kì í bá ṣe gbígbé fi rìnrìn àjò kúrò ní Beersheba.
Believers don't have problem except they forsake and forget better.
Onígbàgbọ́ kì í ní ìṣòro tí kì í bá ṣe wípé wọ́n kọ Bẹ́tẹ́lì sílẹ̀ wọ́n gbàgbé Bẹ́tẹ́lì.
Satan cannot touch a child of God when he remain consecrated and is steadfast with the first love to Christ.
Sátánì ò lè fọwọ́ kan ọmọ Ọlọ́run ní ìgbà tí ó bá ya ara rẹ̀ sọ́tọ̀ fún Ọlọ́run tó dúró ṣinṣin nínú Kristi.
But immediately compromise coming.
wọ́n ní pé títí gbèjègé bá wọlé wá.
And godliness sets in.
bí ìfẹ́ ayé wọlé wá.
And materialistic mind comes to the life of that Christian.
ó jẹ́ wípé ọkàn kíkó dúkìá jọ tí ó ti wọ inú kìrìsìtẹ́nì náà.
Everything goes down.
gbogbo nǹkan yóò lọlẹ̀.
Look at verse 11 now.
ẹwẹ́ ẹsẹ̀ kọ́kànlá báyìí.
He lighted upon a certain place and tarried there all night because the sun was set. Underline that. The sun was set. Where the sun set, and he took of the stones of that place and put them for his pillows and lay down in that place to sleep.
ó sì dé ibì kan ó dúró níbẹ̀ ní òru náà nítorí oòrùn wọ̀ ẹ pàlà sí ọ̀rọ̀ náà oòrùn wọ̀ ìyẹn ní ìwọ̀ oòrùn fún un ó sì mú nínú òkúta ibẹ̀ ó fi ṣe ìrọ̀rí rẹ̀ ó sì sùn nípò náà.
Look at that.
ẹ wo ìyẹn o.
a man that was journeying out of Beersheba.
ẹni tí ó rìn ìrìn àjò jáde kúrò ní
He
Beersheba.
came to a certain place.
a sọ fún wa wípé ó sì dé ibì kan.
And he tarried there all the night.
ó dúró ní ibẹ̀ ní òru náà.
What did he have to say there before the sun had set?
kí ni ìdí tó fi ní láti dúró síbẹ̀ nítorí wípé oòrùn wọ̀ ní.
And we are told he took of the stones of that place and put them for his pillow.
àwa sọ fún wa wípé ó sì mú nínú òkúta ibẹ̀ náà ó fi ṣe ìrọ̀rí rẹ̀.
And he lay down in that place to sleep.
ó sì sùn níbẹ̀ náà.
And when Jacob went from that place,
nígbà tí Jacob tó kúrò níbẹ̀.
he said continue his journey to Haran.
ó ti tẹ̀síwájú ìrìn àjò rẹ̀ lọ sí Háránì.
God showed him a favour.
Ọlọ́run ṣojú rere sí i.
And the favour God showed him.
ẹ wo ojú rere tọ́lọ́run ṣe sí i.
Verse 12.
ní ẹsẹ̀ ìkejìlá.
And he dreamed, and behold, the ladder set up on the earth, and the top of it reached to heaven, and behold, the angels of God ascending and descending on it.
ó sì lálàá sì kíyèsí agbé àkàsọ̀ kan dúró lórí ilẹ̀ orí rẹ̀ sì dé òkè ọ̀run sì kíyèsí àwọn áńgẹ́lì Ọlọ́run ń gòkè wọ́n sì ń sọ̀kalẹ̀ lórí rẹ̀.
This ladder from heaven is an invitation to Jacob, journey on, don't journey out.
àkàsọ̀ sí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ó jẹ́ ìpè fún Jákọ́bù wípé wá gòkè wá rìnrìn àjò wá sókè má jòkó rìnrìn àjò nsàlẹ̀.
Journey on, don't journey out.
rìnrìn àjò wá sókè má rìnrìn àjò jáde lọ.
An average Nigerian is thinking of journeying out.
ọ̀pọ̀ àwọn ọmọ Nàìjíríà máa ronú rìnrìn àjò jáde
When
lọ.
they need to journey out,
níwọ̀n ìgbà tó sì yẹ kí wọ́n rìnrìn àjò lọ sókè.
many are thinking of journeying out of their marriage.
ọ̀pọ̀ a máa ronú àti rìnrìn àjò jáde kúrò nínú
When they
ìgbéyàwó
need to
rẹ̀.
journey on to God.
nígbà tí wọ́n sì ní láti rìnrìn àjò
Many
lọ
people
sókè lọ́sọ̀dọ̀
journey
náà.
out of the faith.
ọ̀pọ̀ a máa ronú rìnrìn àjò jáde kúrò nínú
When they need to
ìgbàgbọ́.
journey on,
nígbà tó sì yẹ kí wọ́n rìnrìn àjò lọ
they are
sókè.
changing geographical location where they should change their spiritual condition.
wọ́n yí agbègbè wọn padà nípa ti ara níwọ̀n ìgbà tó sì yẹ kí wọ́n yí agbègbè wọn padà nípa ti ẹ̀mí.
They are going from place to place where they want instead of going to the place where God wants them.
wọ́n lọ láti ibìkan dé ibòmíràn níbi tí wọ́n ń fẹ́ nǹkan tó sì yẹ kí wọ́n rìnrìn àjò lọ sí ibi tí Ọlọ́run fẹ́ kí wọ́n wà.
This ladder was an act of God's mercy.
àkàsọ̀ yìí ó jẹ́ iṣẹ́ àánú Ọlọ́run.
When they saw the ladder,
nígbà tí ó rí àkàsọ̀
the
náà.
angels of God were ascending and descending on it.
a sọ fún wa wípé áńgẹ́lì Ọlọ́run ń gòkè wọ́n sọ̀kalẹ̀ lórí rẹ̀.
If you want to go up, follow us.
ó dàbí sísọ wípé tí o bá fẹ́ gòkè ó yà tẹ̀lé wa.
So when the angel went up, Jacob didn't follow him.
nígbà tí áńgẹ́lì tí ó gòkè Jákọ́bù ò tẹ̀lé wọn.
So the angels will come back again.
áńgẹ́lì yóò tún padà wá.
Did you hear what we are saying?
ẹ gbọ́ nǹkan tó à ń sọ.
You want to join up, come up.
tó o bá fẹ́ rìnrìn àjò lọ
So the
sókè
angels will go up again.
áńgẹ́lì náà yóò tún rìnrìn àjò
And
lọ
then
sókè.
Jacob didn't try to journey up.
Jákọ́bù kò làkàkà láti rìnrìn àjò lọ sókè.
And then God did something further.
Ọlọ́run wá tún ṣe nǹkan tẹ̀síwájú.
At verse 13.
ẹwẹ́ sí ìkẹtàlá.
And behold, the Lord stood above it and said, I am the Lord God of Abraham thy father, and the God of Isaac. The land whereof thou liest, to thee will I give thee, and to thy seed.
ṣèkíyèsí Olúwa dúró lókè rẹ̀ ó sì wí pé èmi ni Olúwa Ọlọ́run Ábúráhámù bàbá rẹ̀ àti Ọlọ́run Ísákì ilẹ̀ tí ìwọ dùbúlẹ̀ lé ní ìwọ ni èmi ò fi fún àti fún irú ọmọ rẹ̀.
This is not a nightmare. This is God appearing to you, Jacob.
èyí kì í ṣe àlákàlà ó jẹ́ Ọlọ́run tó ń farahàn ó Jákọ́bù.
I'm the one, the God of your father, appearing to you and appealing to you. Come on.
èmi ni Ọlọ́run bàbá rẹ̀ tí ó ń farahàn ó tó ń pàrọwà sí ọ wípé kí o gòkè wá.
And that land where you are lying
ilẹ̀ ibi tí o dùbúlẹ̀ sí ni.
is your land of possession.
ilẹ̀ ìní rẹ ni.
That is the way of God saying, don't journey anywhere. You have got to where you are going.
ìyẹn ó jẹ́ ọ̀nà tí Ọlọ́run ń gbà láti sọ wípé má rìnrìn àjò lọ sí ibikíbi dúró níbi tó wà ní.
This place that you see the ladder to heaven is the place to pitch your tent, to build your house. Don't journey out.
níbi tí o ti rí àkàsọ̀ sí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ó jẹ́ ibi tó ní láti tẹ̀dó sí ibi tí o ní láti kọ́lé sí má rìnrìn àjò jáde.
The Haran of your thinking, the Haran of your planning is not the place you are going to make it. Don't journey out, journey up.
ara ni tí òun ronú lé lórí ara ni tí òun ṣètò lé lórí kì í ṣe ibi tí o ti ṣàṣeyọrí má rìnrìn àjò jáde.
And the Lord spoke further in verse 14.
Ọlọ́run wá sọ̀rọ̀ tẹ̀síwájú ní
And thy seed shall be at the doors of the earth, and thou shalt spread abroad to the west, and to the east, and to the north, and to the south. And in thee, and in thy seed, shall all the families of the earth be blessed.
irú ọmọ rẹ yóò sì rí bí erùpẹ̀ ilẹ̀ ìwé ó sì tàn kálẹ̀ sí ìhà ìwọ̀ oòrùn àti sí ìhà ìlà oòrùn àti sí ìhà àríwá àti sí ìhà gúúsù nínú rẹ àti nínú irú ọmọ rẹ ni a ó bùkún fún gbogbo ìbátan
What God
yín.
is saying is that if you remain in this center of my will for your life,
nǹkan tí Ọlọ́run sọ ni wípé tí o bá dúró náà ní gbogbo ìfẹ́ ìfẹ́
from
ayé
there
rẹ
you spread to the north, to the south, to the west, to the east.
láti ibẹ̀ ni ó ti máa fẹ̀sẹ́yìn sí ìlà oòrùn sí ìwọ̀ oòrùn sí àríwá àti gúúsù.
In fact, in thee, all the families of the earth shall be blessed.
àní inú ilé rẹ ni a ti bù sí fún gbogbo ìbátan
Not
yín.
only that, look at verse 15.
eléyìí ní kankan ẹsẹ̀
And
káàkiri.
behold, I am with thee, and will keep thee in all places whither thou goest, and will bring thee again into this land, and I will not leave thee until I have done that which I have spoken to thee on.
ìkíyèsí èmi wà pẹ̀lú rẹ èmi ó sì pọ́ ọmọ nínú ibi gbogbo tí ìwọ ń lọ èmi ó sì tún mú ọ bọ̀ wá sí ilẹ̀ yìí nítorí èmi kì yóò kọ̀ sílẹ̀ títí èmi ó fi ṣe èyí tí mo wí fún ọ tán.
What God is saying in this verse 15 is different from the journey that Jacob was taking.
Nǹkan tí Ọlọ́run sọ ní ẹsẹ̀ ìkàndógún yìí ó yàtọ̀ sí ìrìn àjò tí Jacob lọ.
He wasn't going to places, he was going to a place called Haran.
Nítorí wípé kì í ṣe àwọn ibi ni ó lọ sí ibì kan tí a pè ní Harani.
When God said I will go with you to the places, he's talking about when you spread to the north, to the south, to the east, to the west, on the mission I have for you, I will be with you.
Nígbà tí Ọlọ́run sọ wípé òun wà pẹ̀lú rẹ̀ ní ibi gbogbo, ó ń sọ ní ti nígbà tí ó bá lọ sí àríwá gúúsù ìlà oòrùn ìwọ̀ oòrùn láti gba ilẹ̀ ibi tí mo fi fún ọ.
And when Jacob woke up, look at verse 16, and Jacob awake out of his sleep, and he said, surely the Lord is in this place, and I knew it not.
Ẹ wo wẹsẹ̀ yìí kẹrìndínlógún ṣùgbọ́n nígbà tí Jákọ́bù sì jí lójú oorun rẹ̀ ó sì wí pé Olúwa ń bẹ ní iyì ní tòótọ́ èmi kò sì mọ̀.
And he was afraid and said, how great is this place? This is not other but the house of God, and this is the gate of heaven.
Ẹ̀rù sì bà ó sì wí pé èyí ti ní ẹ̀rù tó èyí kì í ṣe ibi òmíràn bí kò ṣe ilé Ọlọ́run èyí sì ní ẹnu bodè ọ̀run.
What do you think Jacob should do there?
Kílẹ̀ rò wí pé kí Jákọ́bù ṣe ń bẹ̀.
He should settle there.
Kí ó fìdí kalẹ̀ síbẹ̀.
He should say, God, I thank you.
Ó sọ pé Ọlọ́run mo dúpẹ́.
No more journeying anywhere.
Ó rìn àjò lọ́bi tí kìí
for this amazing grace.
Mo dúpẹ́ fún oore ọ̀fẹ́ ìyá mi.
Thank you for this mercy.
Mo dúpẹ́ fún àánú yìí.
You get it.
Kò rí.
He was saying, God, thank you.
Ó ń sọ pé Ọlọ́run ṣe.
He also thank God.
Ó dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run.
What he should thank God for is thanking God.
Wọ́n kì í ṣe nǹkan tó yẹ kó dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run fún ló ń dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run.
That place.
Ó fi àmì sí
But
ibẹ̀.
that's not what he should do. That's what God wanted him to do that he was doing.
Wọ́n kì í ṣe nǹkan tí Ọlọ́run fẹ́ kí ó ṣe ló ń ṣe.
And he continued that journey.
Wọ́n tẹ̀síwájú ìrìn àjò
And he
yẹn.
went to Haran.
Ó lọ sí Harani.
When he got to Haran,
Nígbà tó di Harani.
look at the summary of his life in Haran.
Ẹ wo àkójọpọ̀ ìgbé ayé rẹ̀ ní Harani.
Come to Genesis 31.
Ẹ wá sí Genesis orí kọkànlélọ́gbọ̀n.
Genesis 31.
Genesis orí kọkànlélọ́gbọ̀n.
Look at from verse 30.
Ẹ wọ ẹsẹ̀ ọgbọ̀n.
These 20 years have I been with thee, that's talking to Laban. Thy ewes and thy goats have not cast their young, and the rams of thy flock have I not eaten. That which was torn of these I brought not unto thee. I bear thee loss of it. Of my hand did thou require it, whether stolen by day or stolen by night. Thus I was in the day the drought consumed me, and in the frost by night, and my sleep departed from my eye. Thus have I been 20 years in thy house. I served thee 14 years for thy 2 daughters, and 6 years for thy cattle, and thou hast changed my wages 10 times.
Genesis orí ìkọkànlélọ́gbọ̀n láti ẹsẹ̀ ìkejìdínlógójì orí pé ọdún yìí ni mo ti wà lọ́dọ̀ rẹ̀ àgùntàn rẹ̀ àti ewúrẹ́ rẹ̀ kò sọnù agbo ọ̀rọ̀ ẹran rẹ̀ ni èmi kò sì pàjẹ́ èyí tí ẹranko fàya èmi kò mú un fún ẹ wá èmi ní gba òfin rẹ̀ ní ọwọ́ mi ni ìwọ ti béèrè rẹ̀ àbá àjí ní ọ̀sán àbá àjí ní òru báyìí ni mo wà òǹgbẹ́ngbẹ́ nínú ọ̀sán òtútù sì ń mú mi lóòru oorun ìní sá kúrò ní ojú mi báyìí ni ó rí fún mi ní 20 ọdún ní ilé rẹ mo sì ní ọdún 14 nítorí àwọn ọmọbìnrin rẹ méjèèjì àti ní ọdún 6 nítorí ohun ọ̀sìn rẹ ìwọ sì pa ọ̀yà mi gbà nígbà 10.
20 years of sunset on Jacob.
Ogún ọdún ti ìwọ̀ oòrùn lórí Jákọ́bù.
What are we to see from this?
Kí ni nǹkan tí a ní láti rí láti ní yìí?
3 things.
Ohun mẹ́ta.
Number 1, Jacob's journey out of Beersheba.
Ìkíní oní ìrìn àjò Jákọ́bù jáde kúrò ní Beersheba.
Number 2, Jacob's suffering at Haran.
Ìkejì oní ìjìyà Jákọ́bù ní Harani.
Number 3, Jacob's calling back to Bethel.
Ìkẹta oní ìpè Jákọ́bù padà sí Bethel.
That's the only thing that can bring him from sunset to sunrise.
Èyí ni ohun kan ṣoṣo tó lè mú jáde kúrò nínú ìwọ̀ oòrùn sí ìwọ̀ oòrùn.
Took him to this sunset.
Ṣùgbọ́n kí ni nǹkan tí ó mú wá sínú ìwọ̀ oòrùn yìí?
That number 1, Jacob's journey out of Beersheba.
Ẹ̀wọ̀ ìkíní ó ní ìjáde lọ Jákọ́bù kúrò ní Beersheba.
3 things are noted about that journey.
Ohun mẹ́ta ni a kíyèsí nípa ìrìn àjò náà.
Number 1, the parental curse.
Ìkíní òun ni ègún òbí.
Not curse but curse.
Ìkíní òun ni okùnfà láti ọwọ́ àwọn òbí rẹ̀.
His parents caused that journey in a way.
Àwọn òbí rẹ̀ àwọn ni wọ́n ṣe okùnfà ìrìn àjò náà ní ọ̀nà kan.
Number 2, the personal choice.
Ìkejì òun ni ohun tí ó yàn fún ara rẹ̀.
That's what happened there.
Èyí nìkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ń bẹ̀.
Then the providential calling.
Àti ìpè láti ọwọ́ Ọlọ́run wá.
Let us come to point 2, Jacob's suffering at Haran.
Ẹ jẹ́ kí a lọ sí kókó kejì ìjìyà Jákọ́bù ní Harani.
That's what I read to you in chapter 31.
Èyí nìkan tí mo kà fún yín ní orí
He suffered in Haran for 20
Ó
years.
jìyà ní Harani fún ogún ọdún.
Laban deceived him for marriage.
Lábánì ó tàn án lórí ìgbéyàwó.
And he was deceived.
Ó sì gbẹ̀tàn.
He was deceived on employment.
Ó gbẹ̀tàn lórí ọ̀rọ̀ iṣẹ́.
And he was deceived.
Ó sì gbẹ̀tàn.
He was deceived in bargaining for wages.
A tàn ṣùgbọ́n ní tí wọ́n dúrà lórí owó ọ̀yà ni wọ́n di sí. ó gbẹ̀ tán.
In fact, he had a very bad condition of service.
àní bí ọ̀rọ̀ iṣẹ́ ti rí ibi iṣẹ́ rẹ̀ gbogbo
was hard for him
gbogbo ẹ̀ ló le fún un.
because of rejecting the grace of God.
nítorí pé ó kọ oore ọ̀fẹ́ Ọlọ́run.
He suffered one for his sins.
ó jìyà ìpínlẹ̀ fún àwọn ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ rẹ̀.
Number two, he suffered for his spiritual dullness.
ìkejì ó jìyà fún nítorí wípé ó kújú nínú ẹ̀mí.
Three, he suffered for delayed repentance.
ìkẹta ó jìyà nítorí wípé ó fi ìrònúpìwàdà falẹ̀.
Watch it in your life.
lè ṣe láyé rẹ̀.
Why do you suffer?
kí ló dé tó fi ń sọ̀rọ̀.
Still sin for so long.
pé ó ń dẹ́ṣẹ̀ fún ọjọ́ pípẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀.
Continue in sin for so long.
ó ń tẹ̀síwájú nínú ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ fún ọjọ́ pípẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀.
Sins for so long.
ó ń dọwọ́ bọ ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ fún ọjọ́ pípẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀.
That's what caused Jacob's suffering in Haran.
èyí ni nǹkan tó ṣe okùnfà ìjìyà Jákọ́bù.
How did Jacob go from sunset to sunrise?
báwo ni Jákọ́bù yóò ti lọ kúrò nínú ìwọ̀ oòrùn sí ìlà oòrùn.
What's the point number 3?
ìyẹn mú wa lọ sí kókó kẹta.
Jacob's calling back to Bethel.
ìpè Jákọ́bù padà sí Bẹ́tẹ́lì.
The calling God is giving to us today.
ìpè tí Ọlọ́run ti fún wa lénìí.
The calling God is giving to everyone
ìpè
today.
tí Ọlọ́run ti fún olúkúlùkù
Is it
lénìí.
sunset over your life?
ṣé oòrùn ti wọ̀ lórí ayé rẹ?
Sunrise is coming.
oòrùn yóò là.
Come to Genesis 31.
ẹ wá sí Genesis orí kọkànlélọ́gbọ̀n.
Look at verse 13.
ẹ wọ ẹsẹ̀ kẹtàlá.
When they began to feel heat at Haran,
nígbà tí ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní rí bí nǹkan tí ń ro tó tó lóun ní Háránì.
the Lord now said, I am the God of Bethel, where thou anointest the pillar, and where thou vowest unto me, now arise, get thee out from this land, and return unto the land of thy kindred.
èyí ni Ọlọ́run Bẹ́tẹ́lì níbi tí ìwọ gbé ta òróró sí ọ̀wọ̀n níbi tí ìwọ gbé tẹ́ ẹ̀jẹ̀ fún mi dìde nísinsìnyí jáde kúrò ní ilẹ̀ yìí kí o sì padà lọ sí ilẹ̀ tí a bí ọ.
Can you see?
ẹni ò rí báyìí.
If you read from verse 1 to 4,
tí ẹ bá kà láti ẹsẹ̀ ìkíní sí ìkẹrin.
the sons of Laban, they were abusing Jacob.
àwọn ọmọ Lábánì wọ́n ń bú Jákọ́bù.
It is of our father's well that he get all his wealth.
láti inú ọ̀rọ̀ bàbá wa ló ti kó ọrọ̀ jọ.
And Jacob also looked at the countenance of Laban in verse 2. The countenance of Laban was not as before.
Jákọ́bù náà ó wá wo ojú Lábánì ní ẹsẹ̀ ìkejì ojú Lábánì kò rí bíi ti tẹ́lẹ̀ mọ́.
And that's why the Lord in verse 3 called him and said, return unto the land of thy father.
ìdí nìyẹn tó jẹ́ pé ní ẹsẹ̀ kẹta tí Olúwa wí fún wọn pé padà lọ sí ilẹ̀ àwọn bàbá rẹ̀.
Look up here, my brothers and sisters.
òkè arákùnrin àti arábìnrin.
Are situations unfavorable to you?
ìjẹ́ nǹkan lè mọ́ ọ.
Are conditions unbearable for
àbí
you?
nǹkan ṣòro fún ọ.
You look here, there's no help.
owó ibi kò sí
You look
ìrànlọ́wọ́.
here, there's no help.
owó ọ̀hún kò sí ìrànlọ́wọ́.
Look around, there's hurt.
owó àyíká gbogbo ẹ̀.
Look
ìpalára ni.
everything, there's hardship.
o dẹ́kun láti wo ohun gbogbo
How does it look happening?
ó wà ní gbogbo ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀
Then
yìí.
God is calling you to address an issue.
Ọlọ́run ó ń pè ọ́ láti yanjú ọ̀rọ̀ kan.
Sunset has come.
ìwọ̀ oòrùn ti dé.
It's time to look to God to bring the sunrise upon you.
ó tó àkókò láti wojú Ọlọ́run tó lè mú ìlà oòrùn wá sórí
Sometimes
ẹ̀.
the landlord, they begin trouble.
nígbà mìíràn ó lè jẹ́ wípé onílé ló bẹ̀rẹ̀ wàhálà.
The co-tenant, trouble.
àwọn tẹ́jọ́ ń gbélé wọ́n tún bú wàhálà wá.
In the place of work, trouble.
níbi iṣẹ́ rẹ̀ wàhálà.
It is time to go to Bethel.
ó tó àkókò láti padà sí Bẹ́tẹ́lì.
I say we are going back to Bethel.
ó ní à ń padà lọ sí Bẹ́tẹ́lì.
We are going back to
à ń
Bethel.
padà lọ Bẹ́tẹ́lì.
And what God said in verse 13.
ẹ̀wọ̀n kan tí Ọlọ́run sọ ní
I
ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀
am
kẹtàlá.
the God of Bethel.
èmi ni Ọlọ́run Bẹ́tẹ́lì.
Not that God cannot do anything in Haran.
nítorí pé Ọlọ́run lè ṣe nǹkan kan ní
But he
Háránì.
said, I am the God of Bethel.
ó sọ wípé èmi ni Ọlọ́run
The
Bẹ́tẹ́lì.
only thing God could do for Jacob in Haran was to set boundary to what Satan can do with his life.
nǹkan tuntun tí Ọlọ́run lè ṣe fún Jákọ́bù ní Háránì òun ni láti pààlà fún èṣù lórí nǹkan tó bá ń ṣe láyé Jákọ́bù.
It is now time to go back to Bethel.
ṣùgbọ́n wọ́n tó àkókò báyìí láti padà lọ sí
If there
Bẹ́tẹ́lì.
is sunrise,
tí ìlà oòrùn yóò bá wá.
I must be willing to rise up.
o gbọ́dọ̀ ṣetán láti lè rí.
If there be sunrise,
tí ìlà oòrùn yóò bá
we
ṣẹlẹ̀.
must be willing to forsake darkness.
o gbọ́dọ̀ ṣetán láti kó òkùnkùn sílẹ̀.
If there must be sunrise,
tí ìlà oòrùn yóò bá
we
ṣẹlẹ̀.
must retrace our steps.
a gbọ́dọ̀ tọpasẹ̀ ẹsẹ̀
You
wa.
must ask yourself a question.
o béèrè lọ́wọ́ ara rẹ̀.
What is God saying to me?
kí lọ́lọ́run sọ fún mi.
Arise, go back to Bethel.
ìdí ń padà lọ sí Bẹ́tẹ́lì.
If you remain in darkness after today, it is your
tó o
choice.
bá dúró nínú òkùnkùn lẹ́yìn àkókò yìí ohun tó yàn ni.
If you remain not stay in darkness, it is your
tó o
choice.
bá dúró nínú òkùnkùn náà ohun tó
What
yàn
are
ni.
you choosing?
kí ló yàn.
Light or darkness?
ìmọ́lẹ̀ àkókùnkùn.
Tell me.
sọ fún mi.
Let God share. What are you choosing?
ẹ̀jẹ̀ Ọlọ́run gbọ́ kí ló yàn.
Sin or righteousness?
ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ àbódodo.
Repentance or hardness of heart?
ìrònúpìwàdà bí líle àyà.
Say, I will arise
sọ pé èmi ò dìde.
and go to my father
ó sì tọ́ bàbá mi lọ.
Bye to sin.
ó di gbèsè sẹ́sẹ̀.
Bye to the world.
ó di gbèsè sí ayé.
Let me open your mouth and say, Lord,
lẹ́nu rẹ̀ kò fẹ́ pọ̀
I am coming back to you.
ó padà bọ̀ wá
I
sọ́dọ̀
am coming back to you.
padà bọ̀ wá sọ́dọ̀
You are my father.
ìwọ ni bàbá mi.
I am coming back to you.
padà bọ̀ wá sọ́dọ̀ rẹ̀.
It was foolishness that I went away from you.
ìwà ìgbọ́n ni fún mi tí mo fi kúrò lọ́dọ̀
It
rẹ̀.
was foolishness that made me to leave you.
ìwà ìṣirò ló mú kí n kúrò.
I am coming back to you.
mo padà bọ̀ wá.
I am coming back to you.
padà bọ̀ wá.
Have mercy upon me.
ṣàánú fún mi.
In Jesus' mighty name we pray.
amen.
I'm praying to God for you.
mo ń bá ẹgbẹ́ ẹ̀sìn ọlọ́run fún ọ báyìí.
That you are brought back to God's presence.
wípé ká mú ọ padà wá sí iwájú ọlọ́run.
Everyone living in sin is taken out of God's presence.
gbogbo ẹni tí ó ń gbé nínú ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ àti mú kúrò níwájú ọlọ́run.
Do you want to go out of that condition?
tó o fẹ́ kúrò nínú
You want to go out of that condition?
tó o fẹ́ kúrò nínú ipò bẹ́ẹ̀.
Put your hand upon your chest as I pray for you.
bí ọwọ́ rẹ ló kan ìyá rẹ bí mo ti gbàgbé.
Father, in the name of Jesus.
lórúkọ Jésù.
We thank you because constantly you reach out to us.
adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ rẹ wípé nítorí gbogbo ìgbà ló ń kàn wá lára.
You will not leave us the way we are.
o fi wọ́n sílẹ̀ bí a ti wà.
Even when we are not hearing the voice of preaching, you are always using providence to draw us.
ó tilẹ̀ jẹ́ wípé àgbọ̀ òun ìwàásù ó ń lo owó rẹ láti fà wá.
Be to you, Lord, in the name of Jesus.
ògo ni fún ọlọ́run lórúkọ
Almighty God, and pray now.
ọlọ́run alágbára mò ń gbàdúrà báyìí.
Everyone share.
ọmọ olúkúlùkù ní èyí.
For everyone deaf.
fún olúkúlùkù.
For everyone blind.
fún olúkúlùkù tó fọ́jú
For
tó dé wá.
everyone deaf. My family.
fún olúkúlùkù ẹni
I pray that you bring the change in the name of Jesus.
ó gbàdúrà pé kó ní padà lórúkọ Jésù.
I am praying right now.
ó gbàdúrà báyìí.
For the quickening of every heart.
fún ìṣẹ̀dá ayé ọdún
The
kan.
quickening of every soul.
fún ìṣẹ̀dá ayé ọdún kan.
Everybody sees himself where he is.
ìgbésẹ̀ olúkúlùkù tó ní àgbà.
Everybody realizes what he is.
olúkúlùkù ṣe ìdámọ̀ òun kò
And everyone in the far country hurry to move out in the name of Jesus.
kí ó wà ní ilẹ̀ òkèèrè kí ó yára kókó láti jáde kúrò níbẹ̀ lórúkọ
All
Jésù.
those who are in Haran.
ó gbà wọ́n tó wà ní ara.
And they are still patching out there.
kí wọ́n sì jẹ́
I
pẹ̀sì
pray
bẹ́ẹ̀.
your hand move upon them.
ó gbàdúrà ìgbésẹ̀ ọwọ́
I
rẹ̀
pray the
lọ́kàn.
spirit work upon them.
gbàdúrà ìgbésẹ̀ mi
And move them out in the name of Jesus.
mú wọn jáde lórúkọ Jésù.
Let God be favored with you in the name of Jesus.
mú ọwọ́ ní ojú rere pẹ̀lú rẹ lórúkọ Jésù.
From sunset,
láti ní ìwọ̀ oòrùn.
we shall go to sunrise.
a ó lọ sínú ìlà oòrùn.
The sun will rise again.
oòrùn wa yóò
Our light will shine again.
ayé wa yóò kàn mọ́lẹ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀dọ́.
Glory be to God in the highest.
òní fún ọlọ́run lókè ẹ̀rù.
Jesus' mighty name, I pray.
Jésù tó lágbára nínú gba àdúrà.
wákàtí ìsọjí ni ẹ ti ń tẹ́tí sí èyí tí ìjọ Holy Ghost Revival Mission ní ìlú Iléṣà ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun ṣe agbátẹrù oníwàásù yìí ní ènìyàn Ọlọ́run Evangelist Joshua Adéèdó fún àlàyé síwájú sí i tàbí àdúrà látọ̀dọ̀ ènìyàn Ọlọ́run ẹ lè pè tàbí fi àtẹ̀jíṣẹ́ ṣọwọ́ sí ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ yìí òdo ẹ̀jọ àti òdo ẹ̀ta ẹ̀ta ẹ̀fà àti òdo àrùn ẹ̀jọ ẹ̀rin àti ẹ̀jọ ẹ sì tún lè ṣàwárí Holy Ghost Revival Mission lórí ìtàkùn ojúbánidọ́rẹ̀ẹ́ Facebook títí di ọ̀sẹ̀ tó ń bọ̀ tí Ọlọ́run yóò máa rọ̀jò ìbùkún rẹ̀ lé wa lórí náà kù sí ẹ máa ronú sí ọ̀rọ̀ tí ẹ ti gbọ́ kí ẹ sì gbé ìgbésẹ̀ tó lórí yóò dára fún ọkùnrin ní orúkọ Jésù ààrùn.
ó lè dé ní ojú ọ̀run ó lè dé ní ẹnu iṣẹ́ àkómọ ìgbà tí Jésù yóò dé lójijì láìrò tẹ́lẹ̀ ẹ múra dé bíbọ̀ Olúwa.
ètò Revival Heart tí Holy Ghost Revival Mission ṣe nígbà ní ṣe gbọ̀tán láti rédíò Ọ̀ṣun 104.5 FM Òṣogbo alóore ìwọ̀ oòrùn Nàìjíríà ọjọ́ mẹ́jọ ní kí ẹ tó pàdé wá fún àkọ́tún ètò náà.
It's entertaining, it's educating, really informative, quantitative news as it brings. It's OSBC Radio 2, 104.5 FM. Numero uno south of the Sahara, voice of the West. Radio. 104.5 FM.
It's 7 o'clock from OSBC Radio 104.5 FM Osogbo, Voice of the West Nigeria. You're welcome to our commercial service. Gẹ́gẹ́ aago méje lù báyìí láti rédíò Ọ̀ṣun 104.5 FM Osogbo alóore ìwọ̀ oòrùn Nàìjíríà. Ìpàdé àdúrà olóṣooṣù ìpàdé àdúrà olóṣooṣù ti Diocese Ọ̀ṣun Anglican Communion Ẹ̀dẹ̀ Archdeaconry fún oṣù kejì ọdún yìí tó ti wọlé dé hallelujah ọmọ aládé àlàáfíà olùgbàlà gbogbo aráyé ń pe gbogbo nípòjúpè ènìyàn síbi ìpàdé àdúrà tóṣù yìí èyí tí yóò wáyé ní ọjọ́ ajé Monday ọjọ́ kẹta oṣù keje tí a wà yìí Anglican Church Zone 7 Owódé-Ẹdẹ nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun láago 5 ìrọ̀lẹ́ ní ìpàdé àdúrà yìí yóò bẹ̀rẹ̀. Àkórí ìpàdé àdúrà oṣù yìí ni a ó gba ìkógun lọ́wọ́ alágbára, the captive of the mighty shall be taken away. Ìwé Àìsáyà orí 51 ẹsẹ̀ 25, Isaiah 49 verse 25. Wá sọ́dọ̀ Jésù Kristi níbi ìsọjí alágbára yìí kó wá gba ìdáǹdè, ìtúsílẹ̀ àti ìṣẹ́gun pátápátá lọ́wọ́ àwọn ẹni òkùnkùn ayé tó ń fi agbára wọn jà ìlógun. Ọ̀rọ̀ rẹ̀ yóò sì dayọ̀ lórúkọ Jésù Kristi. Olùkéde ìgbìmọ̀ ìpàdé àdúrà olóṣooṣù ti Diocese Ọ̀ṣun Anglican Communion Ẹ̀dẹ̀ Archdeaconry Ẹ̀dẹ̀ nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun.
Talia abẹ́ máa wo lórí rẹ̀ ọmọ yìí ibo ló tún gbà lọ nírú àsìkò ìtójó ti sú dẹ́dẹ́ tó yẹ kó wá da àwọn ilẹ̀ sójú àgbàrá kó bómi lọ.
ìyá Talia dalẹ̀ sójú àgbàrá àbíkẹ́ ńlá má tún jẹ́ ń gbọ́rú ẹ̀ lẹ́nu ẹ̀ mọ́. ṣé wò gbọ́ bí gómìnà Adémọ́lá Adélékè ṣe ń pariwo pé kẹ́nikẹ́ni yóò dalẹ̀ sójú àgbàrá tàbójútó mọ́ láti dènà omíyalé ni.
bàbá jìnnàdù kí n tèmi pẹ̀lú ìjọba ohun tó wù wọ́n ni wọ́n ń sọ tí wọ́n jàre tèmi ni pé kí n gbádùn tíjọ ká sì dà sójò kó bómi lọ.
ìyá Talia ewu burúkú ni ká máa dalẹ̀ sójú àgbàrá ọ̀kan nínú rẹ̀ lomíyalé àgbàrá ya ṣọ́ọ̀bù tó yẹ pé ọ̀pẹ̀mí àti dúkìá ló ti bá rìn ètò yẹ pé ìjọba náà là ń ké pè ní gbogbo ògbà ọ tí wàhálà rẹ̀ sì bá tẹrú tọmọ.
tó ó ṣe wọn bàbá jìnnàdù ohun tẹ̀ ń kú ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wá yé mi yé ké báyìí ni kódà èmi náà máa fọn rere o pé ewu ńlá ni dídalẹ̀ sójútó àtọjú àgbàrá tá ó sì jọ pinwọ́ rẹ̀ láwùjọ.
ẹ má jà dalẹ̀ sójú àgbàrá mọ́ ìwà ìbàjẹ́ gbáà ni.
ìkéde ìwá látọ̀dọ̀ ọ̀gá àgbà àjọ tó mójútó ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ pàjáwìrì ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun Osema ọ̀gbẹ́ni Amos Adeji.
Opportunity has come again for the people of the state of Katse. Amen Healthcare and Empowerment Foundation, in collaboration with the Primary Healthcare Board. The free health program
from 23rd of June 2023
for everybody from 5 years old and above is for the treatment and prevention of river blindness, elephantiasis, transmitted helminthiis in Nigeria, and schistosomiasis from house to house throughout the nooks and crannies of the state. We also use this medium to appeal to all communities to release volunteers to work with our health officials with a view to making our dreams come true. If your house is not visited while this exercise is going on, you can call 080-606-32596. Those who are missed during exercise should visit the health centers to assess the medicines. Announcer, Amen Healthcare and Empowerment Foundation, in collaboration with the Primary Healthcare Board.
Qualitative education that will be fortified with morals and the fear of God for your child. Empire Group of School Ejigbo is the answer, situated in a conducive environment for learning at Off-Posa Oko Road, Ejigbo, Osun State. Empire Group of School provides the best of crèche, nursery, primary and secondary education with modern educational facilities that aid excellence. To therefore secure a better future for your children, enroll them at Empire Group of School Ejigbo as admission is ongoing. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, ilé ẹ̀kọ́ Empire Group of School Ejigbo tó fi kalẹ̀ sí ojú ọ̀nà Àbòsà Pópónà Òkò nílùú Ejigbo nìkan ló ṣàtọ́nà ètò ẹ̀kọ́ tó yè kooro
fáwọn ọmọ wa lẹ́ka crèche alákọ̀ọ́bẹ̀rẹ̀ àti girama nítorí àyíká tó dùn ún wò fétò ẹ̀kọ́ àti ìbẹ̀rù ọlọ́run táwọn olùkọ́ wọn ń gbìn sí wọn lọ́kàn. ẹ̀yin òbí àtàlágbàtọ́ ẹ̀ tó lọ fi orúkọ àwọn ọmọ yín sílẹ̀ ní Empa Group of Schools Èjìgbò. ètò ìgbaniwọlé sì ń lọ lọ́wọ́. fún ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́ àlàyé ẹ lè pè sórí ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ wọ̀nyí 08137569378 tàbí 07060647376. Announcer School Management.
Osun Radio 104.5 FM. Ìgbàládé 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 ètò ńlá lórí ìkànnì ńlá káàbọ̀. Ìgbàládé ara ni o, ọmọ ọlọ́run ti pàtàkì. Orúkọ Ọlọ́run ilé ìfọ̀ agbára ni olódodo sáwọ́rú ẹ̀ ó sì yè ẹ̀yin ènìyàn lù ú ẹ̀ máa tẹ́tí bẹ̀lẹ̀ jẹ́ sórí ìkànnì OSBC 104.5 ìyáwó òkè balẹ̀ lóṣogbo ní gbogbo ọjọ́ Sunday láago mẹ́sàn-án kọjá ìṣẹ́jú mẹ́ẹ̀ẹ́dógún sáago mẹ́sàn-án àbọ̀ alẹ́ níbi tẹ́ ò ti máa gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ Ọlọ́run tí ò lábùlà látẹnu olùṣọ́àgùtàn Moses Adékànmí Ọ̀jẹ̀túndé láti ní ìjọ Redeemed Gethsemane Assembly Breakthrough Arena tó wà ní off